Hey guys, thought I'd give you a quick look at the camper van prep, all the stuff that is basically purchased for adding to the camper van, assuming that it is in a base shape or there's a lot of things to be added. Down here you see the inverter generator, the wind, and the home gear, which I told you is a very generic generator. I did a previous video on this. Basically what that allows me to do with this one, the 2000 watt, you can run a small AC with it. Now if you're going to run a large AC unit like you would see in some RVs, 13,000 BTU or above, then you're probably going to need two of these generators. Just in case that happens, up here I got a wind parallel system that would allow me to hook two wind generators together. I haven't purchased the other generator, but that would come if needed, and that would allow me. And this would allow the sine, the sine or the smooth inverter function to work correctly, so it wouldn't affect sensitive electronics in the case of where that would be required. But I wouldn't see this being handled on anything much more than an air conditioner, which is necessity in Texas in the summer. Down here, the home gear that could be used to subsidize, as a subsidizer or to support. Whenever I do these things, my words leave me, to support a solar system. So if you have a few cloudy days, then you can simply turn on this very quiet, very small generator, and you can add power to your batteries until the solar either kicks in or catches up. Over here, this is a box of junk. You see a siphon there for the generators, and the rest of this stuff is basically the hardware necessary for getting the solar system up and going. That hose back here, that hose is for one of the buddy heaters. You'll see the box here. That will allow me to use a large propane tank instead of the small propane tank. Back here you see a Coleman cook stove. I still haven't taken that out of the box yet. That would also be a propane fueled stove, and that'll be pretty handy to have in a situation where I'm out and need to cook. Over here, the big box here is a solar panel. The only one here is a 100-watt solar panel. There will be at least two more added to that pile before long. Back here is something I haven't shown you. This is a cot or a bed with a 600-pound weight limit. I do not weigh 600 pounds, but I do like overkill when I'm sitting on something that could collapse. So it's not a bad thing. And this will go out. Unfortunately, because it's so supported, it doesn't allow storage underneath. But at some point you would probably build a bed like 90% of the people do. But it's nice in addition if you want to get your van and get it on the road in a hurry. Up here is just simply an additional cushion that you could use with this bed. And there's another bed behind it. I'm not sure which one will be useful in my setup, but the one that isn't useful will simply go to one of many relatives. Back here is something I got from one of those relatives, but I already gave him one of my beds. This is an induction hot plate in effect, and that's pretty cool. I've got the Coleman stove in case my power is low, because I'm pretty sure this induction hot plate is going to suck up some power, but the test will come later on that. And the weird thing about this little setup, and I've shown you the generator box before, that's to enclose the wind generator if I'm using it outside. Back here, I don't think I've shown this. The slot at the bottom would be where I would wire a chain up through this handle here in this box and down through another hole on the opposite side. And then I would chain it down to some type of hitch ramp or hitch trailer type thing. So that's my plan with that. And I've added another fan to it, etc. There's going to be a heat test on this in the near future when I find a a remote thermometer that won't break me, then I'll be doing that. Basically, I want to show you the status, and weirdly enough, this setup is just perfect for you people who are going out to live off grid in, say, a small place, a tiny home or a cabin. This would work just as well there. You would have the fuel of the generators here in situations where you need them. Of course, if you're in one of the more frigid mountain areas, then you're going to be using a generator a whole lot just to keep your heating up. And you also probably need a wood heater to subsidize that, so you wouldn't burn all your gas in your generators. Anyway, this is what I've gotten so far. Oh, let's see, the sleeping bag. Sleeping bag was for a trip to South Texas. There's a story behind that one of these days I will tell you when I have the emotional capacity to handle that story. Anyway, so I want to give you a quick look at the layout here of the stuff I've got already. Basically, when I get the camper van, I'm really impatient. I'm waiting to get a good van, waiting to get something that fits my requirements, waiting to decide what fits my requirements, and then I'm just going to pound this stuff in and get it up and going as fast as I can. In any case, I'm going to give you a quick look at this, and like I said, you'll see disaster behind it because I am cleaning out. It's strange for an old guy to become a minimalist, but I began to look around and see all the crap I've got that I never use and will never use, and I'm wondering why is it still here. So I might do a video on that later. The process is painful, guys. It's painful to get rid of stuff that is good, and especially when you have the genes of a pack rat like I do. Anyway, I will talk to you later, and you have a wonderful day.